Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Things are getting tight in the ICC Women's World Cup table. Australia are looking comfortable at the top, but the last three positions, a lot of teams are now fighting for it. Therefore, India's next clash is a crucial one because it's against Australia. Both teams, they move to Auckland. Beautiful weather, as you can see. They go to Eden Park, a ground that neither have played at yet. So whoever adapts to those conditions and the unique boundary sizes will come across and win those 2 points. As for Australia, if they win this clash, they almost secure their spot in the semi-finals. For India, they need to beat the front runners because they need to stay in that top 4 because, like I said, things are getting pretty close in that ladder. It's time to go in and delve a little bit more into this major clash between Australia versus India here on Cricbuzz. The main thing that India needs to be wary of, and they know, everyone knows, is the depth that the Australians have. The fact that against New Zealand, they bowled well at the top of the order. They reduced Australia to 56 for 3, but they can build partnerships. The fact that Talia McGrath, player of the series against India and also against England in the recent Ashes, comes in at 6 and then has a great ability to build partnerships with whoever she bats. So that's from a batting perspective. Then from a bowling perspective, Australia left out their number 1 bowler, Jess Jonassen, and everyone that has been given the ball has certainly played a role. So India need to be wary of the depth and be able to keep fighting, keep trying to go as close and as long as they can with this Australian side. India's ace, or something that India can rely on, is that they've actually been probably the one team that has challenged Australia a lot more than any other country that Australia has met since the last World Cup. When you look at the recent series that took place in Australia in September, October, and you look at the ODI specifically, India was able to stop the run that Australia had of 26 ODI wins in a row. They also should have won that second ODI if it wasn't for that no ball, that controversial no ball. So they can walk away knowing that, hey, we can mix it if we get it right. I do feel the conditions up in Mackay was perfect for India's seamers, Julian Goswami, Meghna Singh. So I think, again, those two will be crucial because if they can take the top order out of Australia, then you get into the middle order a little bit earlier, and maybe the spinners, Rajaswari Gaikwad, even Pooja Vastrika, might be able just to apply enough pressure. Playing 11 for both sides, well, for Australia, it's hard to tell. They chop and change a fair bit. They like to rotate. They like to bring in players based on matchups. I actually think Darcy Brown may come back in for Annabelle Sutherland, but the rest may stay exactly the same. Things have been going well for the Australian team. They don't change just for the sake of it or to give other players opportunities. It's all about matchups and who's in form, who's been looking good in the nets. As for India, again, this is their chance maybe to bring back Shafali Verma. Because of the dimensions of the ground, it's a new ground. You need an X factor. You need someone to really put it up against the Australians. Shafali Verma can. The only question mark I have about her is the fact that the Australians know her and she hasn't had a lot of success recently in the series and then also in WBBL. But maybe keeping her on the bench for a few games might just get the fire in the belly going, similar to what Kings 11 Punjab did to Chris Gale a few seasons ago, and he was able to come out and play some big entertaining cricket. Maybe it's Shafali Verma's time. 2 players to watch out for. One from the Australian side, Elisa Healy. She loves the battle against the Indian side. She loves the spinner. She's so good with her feet. She's got to get through Julian Goswami and Meghna Singh first. I do think they will challenge her. But if she can, she will play some entertaining cricket. And she will be the one that really puts it back onto the bowlers. The other one is the Indian skipper, Mithali Raj. What will she do? Where will she bat? Can she produce her best? Julian Goswami came out and said she's only 1 innings away of coming back to her best. You get a sense that now is the time for Mithali Raj, as the leader of this side, just to step up against the best team. If she can control those middle overs, if she can go at 70 to 80% strike rate, then she's giving her more aggressive batters at the back end a chance to have a bit of a license. So eyes are on both of those players. Who has the edge? Well, it has to be Australia, doesn't it? They have played some great cricket so far, such entertaining cricket. They've gotten themselves into tricky situations, but they've shown everyone the blueprint of how to bat in New Zealand, that you have wickets in hand and then you go big at the end. And they've got the depth, they've got the strength. The fact that you've got Ash Gardner, Talia McGrath still to come in is exciting. They've got young fast bowlers. They're a good quality side. They've got depth in all departments. That's why I've got Australia just ahead. But if there is one team that I think can really challenge this Australian side, it's Team India.